Alrighty, so who's ready to have fun? Say, I am. Oh, that's so boring. So hey, let's try that again. Today we're going to have a little fun. So what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you to do certain things. We're going to actually have a conversation. And so if I say, like, raise your hand, you just raise your hand. If I say shout something, you shout something. It's going to be kind of like, we're going to talk. We're going to have a little nice, fun stuff together. So who's ready to have fun? Say, I am. All right, cool, much better. So I had all these cool slides of my kids and to introduce my family, and I'll do that in a second. The adapter's not here. It's on its way. We will resuscitate it in a few seconds. So instead, we're just going to adapt from it. So first of all, I got to say, where's John at? What an honor to be here. When I got into dentistry about 9.5, 10 years ago, I was kind of young, aggressive. I was out to just talk about rapport. I tried to do two things simultaneously: attract people who liked me and totally push away everybody who didn't like my style. And then John used to call me the bad boy. Did you call me that today? Okay, because some of my slides I was going to say I was the bad boy until I had my first child, and then my second, third, and then we waited 17 months and had the fourth. And we have another one coming in August. So we'll have a 6543 and a newborn this August. So yeah, we don't mess around. But here's the thing. One thing I want to just tell you a little about myself before we get started, because I think we're going to sit here and chat for about an hour together. And this is kind of setting up, because I really want you to get something I'm passionate about. It's not dentistry, and it's not branding and marketing at a high level. My true passion is my kids and my family, and everything I do is for them. So the photos would have helped me a little bit to set it up. Well, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So I come from a family of 13 kids. So I'm the 12th, and my parents are 78, 79, and so they're a little more open and less filtered than they were when we were younger. And so my dad, he's in a wheelchair, he's really, really funny, and so we'll say things whenever we're in group things, and they'll say, very Catholic, mom goes to church every day, and you ask Dad, well, Dad, how come you guys had 13 kids, or how'd you do it? And it wasn't like a literal question. It was like, how did you manage it, right? And he'd say something like, oh, your mother was oversexed or over-sexual active. And then she'd say, oh, Father, shush. And then we'd just move on and, say a rosary. So on the way here, I was thinking, so what I was saying about me and John, and getting to meet so many, like the Toblers and Dr. Neumeister, Dr. Witt, and I see some of my long-term clients in the room. It's just an honor to be here. And it was such a pleasure not to have to talk about dental marketing today. So I get to go back to my roots and tell you about stuff that was before dentistry for me, and stuff that I feel is so critical and so powerful, and it's stuff I use every single day in my life, in my home life, my family life. When I coached volleyball for 13 years, played collegiately, and I decided to because I like all of you guys. I mean, I met a lot of you in the hallways. I like Dr. John, but as much as I like you guys, well, there's one person here that, yeah, I have to talk to you after this, and you know who you are, right? I'm just kidding. I thought, how can I make this how can I get motivated to come speak to a bunch of people who some I have never met before? And so I said, I'm going to lay out, I got 55 more minutes, I'm going to lay out what would I tell my kids if I could just synthesize what I feel is the most important things in life to not only succeed in life, but to just love living and love every day and love the people you're with and to do the things you do with such a passion and to just be a magnet of greatness. How would you convey that in 55 minutes? So I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but that's my goal, because I am just going to tell you bluntly, straight from the cuff. I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. I have an outline, but my brain kind of works like that, like all of ours do, and we're going to have fun today. This is going to be so cool. So who's ready to have fun? Say, I am.